Okay, so last chapter or last section in chapter 2, I should say. And it's over variation, and I'm still slightly confused on how. I mean, K, the constant of proportionality, is pretty much slope, but I feel like this is much more elementary than what we've been doing on this one. But if they ever say varies directly, we're going to use this y equals kx. It's going to be multiplying, so varies directly, think multiplication. And sometimes they like to use jointly as well in this one. It's just usually more than one thing. When they say jointly, it'll be like 2 or 3 things being multiplied. And then when they say varies inversely or inversely proportional, it'll be k divided by x. So think division when you hear inversely. There's one of the problems, and it says k is the constant of proportionality. If they give you k, it's going to take out a huge chunk of the work you actually have to do, and you're just going to plug that into your equation you wrote. So let's go ahead and get started on a couple of these. Oh, I guess that's not even delete this. So there's really not many. So we have y varies directly with x. So that means we have the y equals kx. Now we're going to figure out what k equals and plug it back into this. So they tell us y equals 2. So I'd had 2 equals k times 10. Now I need to solve this for k. So I'd divide by 10 on both sides and simplify. So I'd have 1/5 equals k. So then I'd rewrite this into this equation and substitute my k. So y equals 1/5 x. And that would be my answer. Or I could write it y equals x over 5, whichever one you would like. But there you go. Y varies directly with x cubed. No, it said y. V varies directly with x cubed. So v equals k times x cubed. And we have to solve for k. So I have 36 pi as my v equals k, and I have 3 cubed. So 3 cubed is 3 times 3 times 3, not 3 times 3. That sounded very confusing. But it's 27k. And then I would divide by the 27 because I need to solve for k. So I have 36 pi over 27 equals k. I need to simplify this, so 3 goes into 36 12 times, so 12 pi over, I should have done 9, y'all can't see what I'm doing anyway. And then 3 goes into 27 9 times, that's not the lowest this goes, because 3 goes into both of them, because 9 went into 36 and 27. So I'd end up with 4 pi over 3 equals k. Now I found k, and I need to sub it up here. So I'd have v equals 4 pi over 3 times x cubed. Or v equals 4 pi x cubed all over 3. It should take both, but in case it don't, there they are. The back of this page is inverse, so f varies inversely with d squared. So f varies inversely, so k over d squared. So f is 10, so I have 10 equals k over d squared, so d is 5, so 5 squared. So I'd have 10 equals k over 25. Since this is division, the inverse of division would be multiplication, so we're multiplying by 25. So 250 equals k. We're going to take this and sub it up here, so f equals 250 divided by d squared. T varies directly with the square of d and inversely with the square root of x. So, starting from the top, t varies directly with the square of d, so d squared, and inversely, so then divide, with the square root of x. So t equals 24, so I have 24 equals k, my d, so 4 squared, put parentheses around that, and the square root of x is 9, so we're going to put 9 in here, and then we're going to solve it. So I have 24 equals 4 squared would be 16, k over the square root of 9 is 3, so now then I need to multiply by 3 because it's inverse. So 24 times 3 is 72, so I have 72 equals 16k, divide by my 16, k equals 4.5. They don't want you to use 4.5, I can tell you that. So let's see, 8 goes into 72. Okay. So we're going to simplify this. We're not going to use a decimal because it will not take its answer as a decimal. So I'm going to have 9 over 2. Where do I want to write that? 9 over 2 equals k, because 8 goes into 72 9 times and 8 goes into 16 2 times. Now I'm going to take this and substitute up here. On this one, it's t equals 9 halves, and I'd have d squared square root of x. Email me if y'all have any questions on that. But that's the end of chapter 2 for what I have. I hope that was helpful, and let me know if y'all need any help.